Hello and welcome all in association with Cold Bear Sports. I'm Joe Value and here's my fancies for Friday's racing. So we'll start off with Bellewstown, and the first race, I like the look of this Sunset Shiraz. I thought she was a big eye catcher in Roscommon. She made up a lot of ground in a short space of time. She came from around 5th or 6th up the home straight to hit the front, and looked all set to collect, but just got a bit tired late on. It was her first run of her life, and it was a really promising run. There's a few in here dangerous. Jessica Harden has the favourite, filly called Bella Bell, who's ran very well at Limerick, and Aidan O'Brien has one in the two. It's running the same race. They'd be live dangerous, but at around 5 to 2, I'll take a chance with this Sunset Shiraz. I'll go for a 2-point win. And Gavin Cromwell, he does very well at this meeting. He kind of targets the Bellewstown meeting. Conor Maxwell, I thought, was an interesting jockey booking. He's very successful on the over jumps, but and he's a very capable jockey on the flat as well, just making any difference. So she'll do for me to get the ball rolling, hopefully, make it a good start for the day. Now, sticking with Bellewstown in the 7 o'clock, I like the Noel Mead trained, Too Bright. He's number 14 on the card there. Stable is doing really well with these types this summer. The likes of for Female Approach, Lunar Power, Evergreen and Red. They're all 3-year-olds stepping up, going into handicap company, stepping up in distance. And this Too Bright runs over 1.6 miles tomorrow for the first time. He's been gelded since his last run in Dundalk, which was very good, when he was only just touched off by Lunar Power, who's since gone on to win since that. So, I think there's a chance tomorrow. Chris Hayes rides, so no complaints there with the jockey bookings. It's an open enough race, but it's a moderate race, and I think he could step forward here. 1.6 miles, good ground. He should take plenty of beating. So I'll go for a 1 point each way at around 4 to 1. That's Too Bright in the 7 o'clock Bellewstown. So we'll move on then to Perth. I have 2 fancies in Perth. One real strong fancy, one kind of an each way who should hit the frame. So we'll start with the each way one. It's called Gripper. It's number 11 in the 155. He's no star now, but this is a poor enough race. He's only carrying 8 stone. He's only carrying 10 stone 4 off a mark of 81. Now, if you look back last July, he was going to win off a mark of 87, but he fell at the second last when he had the race wrapped up. Derek Fox, Lucinda Russell, they couldn't be in better form. The only one thing I'd be hoping Derek Fox might hold on to this lad a bit longer than he did the last day. He ran well now the last day, but they tried to make all with him, and when he get caught, he kind of just packed it in a bit. He's probably not the most reliable, so he'll only be a 1 point each way selection. But I'd be hoping Derek kind of holds on to him, drop him in there 5th or 6th and take your time. Just 3 mile one, there's no rush, So if anyone has Derek Fox's number, just tell him Value wants him to hold him up tomorrow and just creep away there and get into the race at his ease. So he'll do it for me. In the 155, number 11 Gripper, point each way. He's around 6 to 1, and there's a bookmaker going 5 places. So if you can widen the goalpost for yourself, anytime you can do that, it has to be a good thing. So now on to the nap of the day. It's my 4th and final selection of the day. It's a horse I love. I love this horse. He's called Presentandcorrect. He runs in the 230. He's been called a few names in the past, but he's been second. He's comes there cruising and using to find a whole lot, but I think he's just filling into his frame now, kind of thing. He's by presenting, and they take a bit of time. They like a bit of nice ground. This lad now he's definitely found his niche. I think 2.5 mile, good ground, fences. Fences are the making of him, I think, and he's going to just improve and improve. One of his main dangers on form, recent revelations, he doesn't even like jumping fences. He's a good hurdler, but fences are not for him, I don't think. And the other danger in the race, Golden Taipan, he's prone to making a good few mistakes. So I just think Presentandcorrect, Brian Hughes in the saddle, he'll be best horse in the race. He'll just go around the cruise around there in his own time, jump to the front, maybe 2 or 3 out and kick on. He should win handy. That's the way I see it in my eyes. Hopefully I'm right. I've been wrong before, so we'll find out tomorrow. But he's around 5 to 4. I think he'll drift a bit though. The people want to take him on because he's been second so many times and he doesn't find an awful lot under pressure. But you know, he mightn't have to find too much tomorrow. I think, you know, if he's around 6-4, 7-4 maybe tomorrow, you wouldn't know. I think he's a good price. I think he should be a lot shorter, and I think he will go a lot shorter in running as well. So that's basically it for day one. I hope you enjoyed the preview. Hope we back a few winners, and hopefully join me here tomorrow morning, and I'll have a few more sorted out for you. All right, so all the best. Take care. Joe Value.